I think what I want to do is I want to talk just for a second.
What's up, guys? I know it's been a while. I know the past few videos I've done have been about my depression issues and dealing with all that, and I want to do a video, I guess, kind of giving you guys an update. I intended to do that. That's what I was going to do today. Maybe I'll do it after this. I don't know. But something else has come to my attention, and I really want to talk about it. And yes, I am here to bitch about Survivor Series, just like everybody else. Well, I know the title says Survivor Series, what just happened, and all that. But honestly, I'm not here to bitch about the rapid fire eliminations in the women's match and the horrible decision to have Nia Jax tap out. I'm not here to bitch about the flop, the failure that is the WWE Cruiserweight division. I'm not here to bitch about the High Spot Fest that was the tag team elimination match. I'm not here to bitch about the bad decision to have Miz wrestle Sami Zayn instead of Dolph Ziggler as was originally planned. I'm not here to, well, I wouldn't bitch. I'm not here to talk about what was really a pretty damn good 5-on-5 Raw vs. SmackDown Survivor Series match. I am here to talk about Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg, as so many other people are. And by the way, I didn't hate this show. I really didn't. And I'm also not so arrogant as to say that I got ripped off by the main event. If you're watching this on the WWE Network and you only paid $9.99, you didn't get ripped off. It was a decent show. It was a good show. It really was a decent show. Sorry, my dogs are just playing in the background. But I, like so many other people, am really upset about the Lesnar-Goldberg main event, and I will tell you why. Brock Lesnar has been basically the hottest thing in WWE in the past couple of years. He's been booked the way he should be booked. He's been destroying people left and right. And he wasn't really booked that way when he came back. I mean, I know he destroyed John Cena in his first match back at Extreme Rules, but Cena ended up getting the win anyways. He had a couple of okay and one really awful match against Triple H. And then he broke the streak at WrestleMania 30. That match was also awful, but it is what it is. And it was awful because no one expected Lesnar to beat the streak. I mean, I didn't either. I came out when it was announced that Lesnar was going to face The Undertaker, and I said Lesnar is not going to beat The Undertaker. And the fans felt the same way because, as you can see, if you watch that match, they were just virtually silent through the whole thing. It was a snooze fest because no one bought into the fact that Lesnar was going to beat The Undertaker because he hadn't been booked that way. And I know people are going to say, well, they started booking him like a monster before WrestleMania. He destroyed the Big Show at the Royal Rumble. Everybody beats the Big Show. I'm sorry. And I love the Big Show. I love the Big Show and I love Kane. And they build them up like monsters to look like monsters and whatever. But the truth is, everybody beats them. Everybody beats them. But yeah, but since beating the streak, and when he beat the streak at WrestleMania 30, I, like so many other people, was gutted. I was upset. I was angry. I thought it was just the most god-awful decision I'd ever heard. But they made it worth it. They made it worth it when Lesnar came out against John Cena at SummerSlam 2014, and he destroyed John Cena. It was a great match. The most entertaining squash match ever I've heard. I've heard it called, and it was. It was. And after that, he was just destroying people left and right. And he did the same thing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31, which is one of my favorite matches of the past couple of years. I watched that match over and over again. Just great drama and all that. He destroyed John Cena. He destroyed Roman Reigns. He destroyed John Cena and Seth Rollins. He destroyed Dean Ambrose. He destroyed Heath Slater. Not that that's a big, huge, giant deal, but he's destroyed everybody. They built him up to be this monster, and they did a great job doing it. And to have him lose to Bill Goldberg in 90 seconds basically wiped away everything they did in the past couple years. The theory behind building Lesnar as they have, theoretically and logically, is to have someone beat him and make that person look a million times stronger because of it. Their plan probably was Roman Reigns, and it still wouldn't have worked. The Reigns experiment is not going to work. It's pretty clear. And I like Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns. I think he's great. And I think if you say Roman Reigns can't wrestle, I think you're a fucking moron. But still, that being said, Reigns being the one to stop Lesnar wouldn't have worked any better than anything else has worked with Reigns. It's not going to work. But yeah, that's the plan. They have Lesnar destroy people, destroy this person, destroy that person, and then someone comes along and beats him, and everyone says, oh shit, this guy is the real deal. This guy is someone to be taken seriously. And not only that, supposedly this is a one-time deal with Goldberg. I don't know if it is, but Goldberg basically said that. He said that not only is Brock Lesnar, not only are you next or whatever, but you're last, implying that this is going to be his last match. To have Goldberg destroy Lesnar like that means nothing. If it's Goldberg's last match, it means nothing. And it kills Lesnar. And all these plans that you've built up to are basically gone. Now, granted, I didn't want to see Lesnar and Goldberg go longer than 10 minutes because it would have been fucking awful. It would have been. Sorry, it would have been. Goldberg, I like Goldberg too. I love watching Goldberg destroy people as much as anyone else on the planet. But if Goldberg went longer than 5 minutes, 9 times out of 10, the matches were terrible. Because Goldberg did not grow up wanting to be a wrestler, and I'm not criticizing that either. I'm just saying, when you grow up wanting to be a wrestler and you know how the business works and you know how to put on a good match, it helps you, But Goldberg was built to destroy people and really wasn't taught much else in WCW. So, he had trouble having longer than, 7 or 8 minute matches, whatever. So I didn't want to see them go longer than 10 minutes, but I thought it would be a war, destroying people, destroying each other, back and forth, all over the place, tearing everything apart, which is the way it should have been. And I thought that Brock was going to win because it doesn't make sense to have Goldberg win if he's not going to wrestle another match. If they are going to wrestle another match, then the only mistake is that this match was only 90 seconds. But that's just my feelings on it. WWE is not known for doing things logically, especially lately. If you've been watching the show for any period of time over the last year, 2 years, then you know this to be fact. The most over thing in WWE right now is Chris Jericho's list. The list of Jericho. And I guess there was something a while back that Jericho said to Vince McMahon that the list is more over than 90% of the people in his company, and Vince agreed. So that tells you exactly what the state of WWE is right now. And that's not all the wrestlers' fault. A lot of that is WWE's fault because they put so many restrictions on these guys. They script all the interviews now instead of just letting them go out and do it, and therefore it comes out more natural and not so contrived, and people don't look so awkward. But that's on WWE. That's the way things have been going, and most of the reason why I watch lately is so I can listen to the Solomonster, who is a wrestling podcaster, so I can listen to him review Raw every week and know what he's talking about. And usually he's just ripping on Raw because Raw is downright boring. It is. The wrestling is good to great. The main problem is the 3-hour format, and everyone says that, and it's true. Because the show just drags. There's a lot of segments that just go on forever, and it's just talking, and it's just stupid. Instead of adding more wrestling, they're adding more segments, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, I think it was just a major mistake. Like, a lot of other people are saying that too. I went and looked on Twitter after Survivor Series was over. I was watching all the hashtag Survivor Series stuff, and some people were laughing about it. Some people were, what the fuck? But a lot of people were just downright angry that, and again, like a lot of other people, I know I'm saying that a lot in this video, and I'm sorry, but this was the match I was looking forward to. The one match I was looking forward to on this entire show was Lesnar versus Goldberg. And you basically went through 3 hours of everything else, which wasn't bad. Again, it wasn't bad at all, except for the cruiserweight match. But that was mostly because the crowd wasn't into the cruiserweight match. You went through 3 hours just to get to this point, and it's over in 90 seconds. And I agree, again, with a lot of other people that it was a mistake. It was a bad way to end the pay-per-view. It was shocking. They're going to get people talking for probably a week, 2 weeks, I don't know. But yeah, that's just the way that is, and that's how I feel about it. And I don't know. I mean, Lesnar will come back. That was the other thing. The only other way it would have made sense for Goldberg to beat Lesnar like this is if it was Lesnar's last match and he wasn't coming back. But that's not the case. Lesnar still has, I don't know how long left on his contract, but he still has some time left, so he's going to come back at some point. And I'm not going to say his mystique will be gone, the mystique that he's built up over the last couple of years, but it's definitely diminished. It's definitely damaged because of the way that match was booked. And there's been some rumors. I think Goldberg said something about he tweaked his shoulder. That one altercation on Raw right before Survivor Series, he hurt his shoulder. Yeah, there was rumors about that. I don't know. If that was the case, then I just say to just let them brawl all over the arena. They don't have to do big power moves or anything. They could just, punch each other into oblivion, I guess, and it would have been probably as good as the WrestleMania 20 match, which was also god awful. But I don't know. I don't know what WWE's thinking. I guess I'll watch Raw tonight and see what happens. But yeah, I was very disappointed, very upset, like a lot of other people were, and it is what it is. Much like Trump being voted into office, we can't change it now. So let's just, I guess we'll just watch Raw and see what happens. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching and listening. And again, I really appreciate the support I've gotten on my depression videos. Some people I don't even know on YouTube commented and said things. I'm going to give you guys shout outs. I'm going to do that in the video when I talk about it. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Don't forget, my book, The Roar of a Dragon, is still available on Amazon.com and RowanValeBooks.com. And if you want to read the first 3 chapters for free, you can do so on my website at BlanchardRobert72.wix.com/otherworlds. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. CLC for life, y'all. Goldberg smash. McDonald's serves lobster in some countries. McDonald's serves frog meat in one country. I'm going with the frog meat.
I'm here to take over.
Damn.